Don't make any assumptions. Easier said than done, but this is one of the 4 agreements in the book with the same name by Don Miguel Ruiz. Imagine that you just met a new friend and you meet this person the next day in the supermarket, but this person barely says hello to you. And because you like this person, you feel very upset and make the assumption that he or she doesn't like you very much. And what happens next is that you create a drama and a story in your head, and eventually it will become real in its consequences. And then you said, I knew it. But in reality, you made this happen because of your assumption. You might behave very rude next time you meet this person, or you might even talk to your best friend and tell your best friend that this person is very rude and that you do not like this person at all. Don Miguel Ruiz that says that not making any assumptions instead actually creates happiness and better relationships, because next time we can ask questions, or when we have the opportunity we can ask questions and be curious about this person instead of just assuming certain things, because this person might be in a hurry, or this person might have something to do that is very urgent, and so on. But there is a more important lesson in all this. It is that our assumptions create our reality and our future. They create our life. And these assumptions are judgments. We judge things and people and situations. And these are preconceptions, and they limit us. They put our minds in prisons, and the prison in our heads because our outside prison in the real world, or what we call the real world. And we all live in our own dream, and I might see things and possibilities that you do not see, and you might in your turn see things and possibilities that I do not see, because we have different stories. We have gathered these assumptions and judgments and preconceptions throughout our lives through experience, but they also come as norms of society and institutions even, and the school system, the education system, and so on, from other generations before us. And even if these assumptions change over time, they will anyway guide our lives, and they will decide what we can and what we cannot do, what we can achieve and what we cannot achieve, and so on. One of the worst things and habits that we have is that we judge ourselves, and in doing that we put our own limitations. And because we are the creators of our own reality and our own dream, and what's in our heads creates what's out there, we do not want to limit ourselves. So in reality we should say to ourselves, I am limitless, I am everything and nothing at the same time. And this is perceiving every possibilities simultaneously, side by side, at the same time. Living life without assumptions means living in the moment, letting go of the past, and stop repeating the same patterns, because when you make the same assumptions, the same patterns repeat themselves, and we wonder why nothing ever changes. And it is because we make the same assumptions all the time, and we get the same results. Not making any assumptions and judgments means that you do not have to believe everything that you see on television. You don't have to think that what is said is completely true, but you don't have to believe that this is completely wrong. But all possibilities in between are also there, and you are not making a judgment. You don't have to believe that your teachers knows nothing or has all the answers, but you let all the possibilities flow. You don't have to believe that only bad things happen to bad people, but you let all the possibilities flow, and so on. You are not judging anything, and you do not judge yourself, and you do not limit yourself by not making this judgment, and you do not limit the opportunities and the possibilities out there either. The next logical question is, if I do not make any assumptions, how do I make sense of reality and the world out there? And not making any assumptions, first of all, doesn't mean that you stop believing that the physical world is not there anymore, or that the place where you work can be anywhere in town. But what it really means is that you stop making judgments, and in stopping making judgments about events, situations, and anything that you observe frees you, and it brings out the curious mind, the genius in you, and in all that you use your intention or your intent to make things happen, to create reality, to create the future in the way that you want, to achieve your dreams, and to free yourself from the prison of your own mind. When you stop making judgments, you also become what is called the absolute observer, and not much can scare you anymore. You get rid of the need to control things, and that's a big freedom. And you do not make judgments, and you break patterns, and you do not judge other people, and you improve relationships, and you do not judge yourself, and you learn to love yourself and others.